Good evening. So, if you missed me yesterday, I apologize. I was suddenly super tired by 6 p.m. after eating. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. today and was like, oh, not again. So my clock is broken again. So I thought, maybe I should play Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then I tried to free up enough space. Turns out the game is like 114 GB, which means I had to move Detroit Become Human, Puyo Puyo Tetris, and a few other games off the stream drive. I can still play them off the mechanical hard drive, but you're looking at a minimum 6 times longer loading time. I was also considering picking up Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories again. And then I looked it up online, and nearly everyone hates the card mechanic in this version. This is one of those things that doesn't translate well from a GB a game to a 3D game. And the entire game can also be won by just abusing one mechanic, and I was like, nah, maybe I should just skip it. If it's not fun for me, it's not fun for you. So Final Fantasy VII Remake is 23% done downloading, which means it'll probably take an hour, so let's do some sidetracking. So various tubers have been playing GeoGuesser. Are you kidding me? Now let me make sure you aren't posting my email first. This is what I truly hate about web games. Give me your email. Followed by, oh, pay up if you want to play more than once. Like this is a scam to sell your email. Come on. Okay, good enough. Oh, really? This is clearly Paris. So this is facing a bridge. Clearly somewhere near New York. Oh, look, it's the Statue of Liberty. I'm gonna say something stupid. I don't actually know where Liberty Island is 'cause I get lost even reading maps. Found it. Well, that's clearly the Opera House. Has to be around here somewhere. Okay, I guess we should put on music or something. I don't normally have music set up on the screen, because it's for doing media share. Well, I guess we'd pull up the Kevin list. Nope, but not it. Give me a moment. Obviously, I need to use something else to play it. Hello, Strider. I'm just pulling up some music. I'm half worried I'm going to pull up something that is Dimka, which is why I'm trying to be careful. So when I played American Truck Simulator, I got one illegal claim on one track. So I just muted it. I cannot be bothered to fight something that is immaterial. I don't think I have anything death metal. I'll only play things that are public domain or CC0. I don't hear anything. Darn it, does this only work when it's video? I have a bunch of stuff I selected for American Truck Simulator. I can ruse it here. Like there is a ton of electronic stuff I like to listen to, but the copyright is at best questionable. Darn, guess it only works if it's video. Oh, I just don't want to make yet another playlist. Yep, it was loud. Okay, hopefully it's not louder than my voice. Tap, tap, tap. That should be fine. Okay, here we go. I know this one. Well, I know kind of where it is. I'm pretty sure this is that gate thing in Paris. Couldn't really tell you where in Paris, though. Gonna say somewhere near here. That about as far as I was with the tower. This is clearly the San Francisco Bay Bridge. This is the Roman Colosseum. See, I know the city where these are, but not where in the city. Colosseum. I'm pretty sure this is New York City. Isn't this like on Broadway or something? That's farther than I thought. So far I've been less than 5 km away from most of you. This is London. Wrong bridge. So gotta wait 5 minutes for the next game. That's fine, we can play something else. I know it was Hug something. Hug Monster is a VTuber, and it just auto-completed tutor. Okay, what kind of creepy monstrosity shall this thing put on the screen? What's interesting? Yes, tried. I checked my heart rate before streaming yesterday and wound up not streaming. The heart rate was 46. And I was super tired. Well, these are all cursed, but I guess it doesn't know what a Gundam is. Strangely though, my pulse never goes below 50 when I stream. Though it does hit 100 if I'm scared or frustrated. I actually wear 2 trackers. One for the stream and one for the data tracking. Buff Bub had a lot of fun with it and got a lot of cursed McDonald's images. I guess the Mini doesn't know how to do faces. Apparently you can sign up to just use God. It's not really my interest right now. Though I did try variations of Tuber when I saw this. Most of them wound up being white hair Madoka cursed images. Like they look like Madoka with no eyes and stuff. Okay, there we go. That's more what I expected. That could just as easily be Pikachu wearing a cardboard box Gundam outfit. That looks like a Pikachu with Gundam feet. Okay, next GeoGuesser. Okay, let's look around. This could be Vancouver Island. Really? Block the plates. I take it that. Birch trees are not that common on Vancouver Island. Environmental farm plan. Okay, the truck has no front plate. So that means it has to be a province with no front plate law. I want to say maybe East Coast. Newfoundland, close enough. Are you kidding me? I guess this company wanted to kill their business model immediately. 43% done on downloading. I could snark some news if you want. So there's like several news articles about this AI sentience. I'm like, now, if you believe it's sentient, you shouldn't be in A. So this isn't the original site I read it, but it has all the links. If Lemoyne was taken in by LambDA's lifelike responses, it seems plausible that many other people with far less understanding of. Artificial intelligence AI could be as well, which speaks to its potential as a tool of deception and manipulation in the run. Hands. This is the thing. People are worried about Skynet. Or malware. But in actual concepts, sentience has more to do with the ability of the thing to feel. So if it has no empathy, it's not sentient. The thing that really makes this a stupid thing is that the engineer that said LambDA is sentient basically taken up a cult-like position. And AI is not real. If you recall during my stream playing Detroit Become Human, I basically stated as such. People fear Skynet. The more likely evil AI is going to be those fake antivirus and fake Microsoft pop-ups taking on a life of their own. Skynet will only come about because military forces don't know what they are doing. Yet don't underestimate the ruthless Wall Street imbeciles to create a high-speed trading AI. Then turns around and bankrupts every company it touches. Like here, Bitcoin drops below 20,000. It was up to 69,000 at one time. What does Bitcoin do? Nothing. It just wastes energy. This one is fun. Physicists link to time crystal. said basically quantum teleportation of information. Oh snap, you saw where I live. Guess I better nuke the VOD. I can't believe that Joe Biden fell off a bike is news. Rogers wants to acquire Shaw Communications and thus sell off its parts. Like we only have 3 competitors in wireless as it is. If they sell it to Quebecor, then it'll end up being Quebec exclusive. Cause Quebecor doesn't have any real presence outside of Quebec. Don't like it. I can skip it. Okay, front plates. Suck open. Mountains. Probably somewhere with mountains. This looks kinda like Kamloops. Yep, it's BC. So the question is which city? They have garbage pickup, so it's not going to be a small city. If I wanted to cheat, I could just look up the phone number. 5-story buildings. So it has to be like Kelowna or Kamloops. The reason I say Kelowna is because I know it has streets with those names. I'll be right back. Okay, back. I was still eating up to like 3 minutes before the stream. Alright, let's look at more stuff. These are all cursed. Well, it got Pink Cat right. I think this is supposed to be a Pink Cat cartoon playing an Oculus or Steam Barrel. I guess that close enough. This doll even really sucks at faces, doesn't it? Let's try describing a VTuber without saying VTuber. Nothing too exciting there at Google. Basically, if I want nerd news, I have one source. I mentioned during my debut I don't like wikis. This is because people fight over ultra stupid things. The hunting of the snark. What? I thought snark was just people making funny comments at topics they know not much about. They sought it with symbols, they sought it with care. They pursued it with forks and hope. They threatened its life with a railway share. They charmed it with smiles and soap. Well, no conifer trees tells me this has to be Ontario. Interesting, no area code. So I don't know about the United States. But in Canada, the real estate people tend to be all the same people in one area. Like you'll go down a street and see sign after sign with the same realtor or their company on it. Okay. It's Quebec. Only Quebec doesn't have stop on their stop signs. Let's go with here. Wait, it's near Ottawa. I'm not sure how I'd ever figure that out. More no front plate vehicles. So I know Alberta doesn't require front plates. This area is pretty flat. But these houses indicate they are probably in a mid-sized city. Like this is a cul-de-sac design. Let's look for a realtor sign. Huh? Given the number of recreational vehicles, I'm pretty sure this is going to be something like Lethbridge. Wait a sec. That sign is in French. I see mountains over there. So perhaps it's like Banff or something. Yeah, absolutely has to be somewhere there. Well, but not even the same area. I wouldn't have thought Yukon though. I guess Selkirk would make sense for Yukon though. So the Selkirk Mountains are this area near the Alberta border. So things with the word Selkirk on it in BC tend to be in reference to this. Keep in mind one other thing. Yukon is not generally known for anything in Canada beyond the gold rush. So if you ask someone in Ontario or Quebec about Yukon, chances are they couldn't tell you anything. For what it's worth, Yukon tends to use BC's services. So people in BC know more about Yukon just because of it being dependent on BC for a few things. Hello, a developer. This is super flat. HRM means Her Royal Majesty. This is a business park. No front plates again. Well, I guess that tells us exactly where we are. Epic is 63% done downloading. Okay, so this is the United States, so the first thing to consider is the area code. 209 area code. Unfortunately, I don't know area codes that well. So the next option is to look at the vehicle plates or signs. Middleton. So the city is probably Middleton. Looks pretty flat, so I'm going to say probably Texas. What happened here, Google? Did the Google car get sandblasted? The images say 2022 and 2021, and they look like trash. So that actually helps too. Because Bugatti tends to be crappier the farther away you get from a major city. Oh, cool. So the sign tells me California. I know Stockton and Sonora are California. Well, we know it has to be within 50 miles of Stockton. It clicked for me, and now I forgot where I was. Well, how was I supposed to figure that out? Well, that's a cattle ranch style fencing. No conifer-type trees. Please tell me this one is somewhere in Texas. Though I suppose it could be the Dakotas. Yep, that's Texas. So the question is where in Texas? Santa Fe? Santa Fe is in Texas, right? Oh, there it is. 71% still downloading. Damn. Let's maybe not look up nightmare fuel. Let's see what happens if we look up something describing girl DM. So I had a thought. So between BB and Zentrea lore video, we learned about something. Well, this is something. We're just gonna clear that. I think at least one of those might have been sourced off a not safe for work image. Anyways, what I was saying. The next clue in Zen's video was a green hair tuber with a K. A 4. Give me a break. How do these sites expect anyone to be wanting to use them if they make them sign in after 2 seconds? Particularly when the entire purpose is to acquire and sell your email. Okay, let's just get it from YouTube. Okay, look in the background. Yeah. So that character has a key-like thing on them. They have green hair. They could, for all we know, be a magical girl too. So I made the joke when this showed up. Wow, we're getting either Sora or Sailor Pluto. Because Sora has a keyblade. And several of the keyblades have designs like this. Because that circular part at the end makes it a handle. The icon also makes it possibly a magical girl living weapon kind of thing. Which is why I'm pretty sure this is going to be something that is more like my own lore. That's fine, there's plenty of room for magical girl tubers. Nah, it's fine starter. I might look at their lore funny if it hits too many same notes though. So if you recall, there are multiple bits of lore I just didn't mention during the debut. One of those reasons was because I didn't want to be accused of ripping off an anime. Because it's super easy to have something in your magical girl lore that sounds just like another magical girl's lore. Like even Girl DM's lore. Her entire design is also a magical cat girl with wings and her colors are complementary to mine. Like the chances of that happening by coincidence is pretty high. I'll show you, will you? So about 2 Pretty Cure series ago. This one was about aliens. So this character with the blue hair is basically a blue magical cat girl alien princess type of character. You can hit nearly every magical girl trope if you look at Pretty Cure. I don't want to play the video on stream because it's likely a DMCA trad. But this and the first Pretty Cure series are the only ones I've seen entirely. So here we have some more magical girls with some vague animal traits on them. Like wings are basically the second most common thing you see. So for Girl DM, the chances of just landing on those design aspects by chance are pretty easily possible. Well, if you saw Gigi's Twitter over the last week. She was mentioning that it's like a bit embarrassing to see tubers base themselves on other tubers. Which, fair enough. If you're going to make a tuber model, you would be better off taking your inspiration from at least some things that aren't anime. Like Girl DM mentioned her costume is based on a German traditional outfit, which coincidentally Kara also based her new costume on. Hers is from Austria. So what I'm getting at here is there are no coincidences. They got their inspirations in parallel from things that happen to be similar. This is one of the reasons why I like when I had my model designed. I didn't just go, I want to look like this. Magical girl, cat girl, angel of inspiration. 2 video games. I thought I saw a real estate sign. I think this is the one that gets content added. This one is looking hard. I haven't found a clue for the state yet. Await interest 526. So the US interstate system is basically like this. Single digits are major, triple digit are small. Lower numbers are west, higher numbers are east. Unfortunately, it doesn't really tell me what state. I want to say this is East Coast. Like one of the key things about looking at plants. Conifer trees are basically cold weather plants. So if you see pine trees, it's probably closer to Canada than Mexico. 732 area code. And lighthouse. Lighthouse means it's near the sea. I click too fast and click off the window. So it has to be somewhere out here. So we saw 500 and 600 interstates. Not a bad guess. I've actually been to Connecticut. I don't remember where. And probably couldn't tell you anything about it except for the massive abandoned hotels. I have not been here. I wonder if the blurring of the plates is Google itself. Okay, we're not going that way then. Okay, what? That VOD nuked even if I didn't want to. Now I'm just mad. There is no reason for OBS to abort the video. I explicitly bought a new hard drive so this wouldn't happen. Is that 255 or 256? I want to say this is Texas again. I'm explicitly not allowing myself to look up the phone numbers. I used to work for a phone company. I know exactly how to find the city from the phone number. That looks like a small lake. 256 area code. Okay, if you want to know how fast I can look this up. Gadsden, Alabama. Doesn't really help that much if I don't know where the city is. But that why I wasn't using the phone numbers. Well, cornfields. Oh, Final Fantasy finally finished downloading. Maybe that's why the recording aborted. Shouldn't be though. The game is on S drive, the recording is on C. Miles and miles of nothing. I'm gonna say North Dakota. That one was a bit far off. 3 states off. Oh well. Okay, let's see if the game installed.